Boom, you know this is only the one and only. Always straight, never fake, nor phony. Shout to my crony. Ex-clubber, you vlog them tougher. Enough get flagging through your vlogging. Hey, them should have glad the music you choose to run the place. I know the black with the chrome where they in a waist. Should have glad the music you choose to run the place. It's not the Glock. Give thanks to that or else to sing Amazing Grace. Clubber, remember say how we said the thing louder than promotion. Come deaf them out of sight.
Yeah, me I said that you know say I keep representing the fullest, you know what I mean? The Sclubber, everything lock in to the fullest. Out upon them, beat.
Yeah, people, bless up. Welcome to another reasoning. So today we're going to talk about a topic that can be very controversial and in some cases can be a very sensitive topic. Now, we are going to be dealing with this issue of the birth certificate and the dancehall legend Bounty Killer. Now, when I started this channel, one of the things that I said was, whatever questions are asked based on anything that I have said, I will respond to those questions. Now, I was the one who said, a man is innocent until proven guilty. Now, the question that was asked was, what if this birth certificate is real? Do you still stand by your statement that a man is innocent until proven guilty, even if the birth certificate is real? And the answer to that question is unequivocally yes. I still stand by the statement that a man is innocent until proven guilty, all if the birth certificate real. Now, before you reach a conclusion, please watch the entire video. Don't just watch piece of the video and then start comment. If you're not going to watch the entire video, you're going to miss it. Because I'm going to break it down and go through the law as it existed back then, and I'm going to go through the law as it exists now. Another thing is that someone asked the question, if me not have data, and what if my data fall under the circumstance that are being alleged? And my response is that my answer will still be the same. And me not only have daughter, me have sons. So as a father, and as a person who say innocent until proven guilty, me are going to now educate the viewers and my subscribers why I reached that conclusion. Now, before we get deep into the reasoning, a lot of people use this birth certificate that they allege prove that Bounty Killer get a 14-year-old pregnant. And then them throw it out there, and for them, that is like a gotcha moment. And if you say a man innocent until proven guilty because you see through what them do, them tell you say, you support pedophile. So we are going to break down that now. We are going to go through it. We are going to show you, say, me, I know one of the people them who ignorant of what me talk about. We are going to show the viewers and the people who have interest in this subject that even if the birth certificate is real, a man is still innocent until proven guilty. And as me say, watch the video and you will understand how me reach that conclusion. And for me, that is a principled position. It's not based on personalities. It's not based on the fact, say, a Bounty Killer we are talking about. We could have talked about anybody else. We could have talked about the normal Joe. My position remains the same. Here's why. We are going to go into 3 scenarios. Because I have 2 sons that are close to the age of 21. So I'm going to use my son them. Or one of my son as example. Now, scenario number 1. Let's say my son went out, he meet a girl, and when he meet this girl, it is obvious that this girl is under the age of 16. Not only that, him ask the girl, yeah, how much? And the girl say, me have 14. Now, if him pursue that girl and have sex with her, he would have been in clear breach of the law. And if it was before 2009, the offense would be carnal abuse. And if it was after 2009, the offense would be having sex with a person under the age of 16. Now, as a father, in that scenario, he would have to face the music and face the consequences. I have the same stance when it comes on to this issue. If a man knowingly have sex with a child, then whatever consequences come with that, he should face the consequences. So let's move now to scenario number 2. Let's say my son went to a nightclub, see a girl in the club, dressed nice, sexy. He decides him to approach the girl, him start talk to her. Them have a few drinks, one thing lead to another. Before the night done, them have sex. Them do them thing, then go them separate way. Now my son I go through the next morning and see this girl when meeting at the club in a school uniform. So I approach her and say, well, I know you me seen at the club last night. Me never know your schoolers. And she said, yeah. So I ask her, you're how old? And she said, you're 14. Now, in that scenario, me as a father would defend my son to the last dollar. Because he never knows that this girl we meet in a nightclub was under the age of consent. Now, me can hear some people push back and I say, well, ignorance to the law is no excuse. And to those people, mother say, don't get ahead of yourself. Because guess what? In this case, it would not be ignorance to the law. It would be ignorance to our age. My son already knows that you know if you have sex with nobody under the age of 16. Him know that. That is what the law says. So him not ignorant to that. Him ignorant to our age. Because nobody walk into a nightclub and quiz no girl upon them age. So if it happen under that circumstance, we will defend my son. Let's move now to scenario number 3. Son go out, meet girl. Girl look mature and big in her body. Him and girl attack, him ask girl, you're how old? Girl say, you know me at 18. And visually she look like 18. In terms of conversation, she reason like she's mature. So him have every reason to believe say this girl at 18. One thing lead to another, them have sex. Then after them have sex, him find out say she not 18 as she did say. She are 14. In that scenario also, would I defend my son to the last dollar. Now we can visualize some people already start past judgment and reach a foregone conclusion. And that is why I say watch the video till the end. Because now, we are going to educate you now on what the law say. Not what me say, but what the law say. Right? Now, prior to 2009, the law that dealt with this subject is called the Offense Against the Persons Act. Now, you can do some research for yourself. And who can find it, reach out, and I will send it to you. Because the sections of the law we are going to read has now been repealed. Because there's a new law in place dealing with sexual offenses. But if we are going to go back to when this incident supposedly happened, 30 years ago, then this is the law we would have to read. So we are going to read the Offense Against the Persons Act. And section 50 is the section that deals specifically with this subject. So listen to what the law says. Whosoever shall unlawfully and carnally know and abuse any girl being above the age of 12 years and under the age of 16 years shall be guilty of a misdemeanor, and being convicted thereof shall be liable to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 7 years. So basically what that I say, if you have sex with a girl above the age of 12 but under the age of 16, you're guilty of a misdemeanor and it comes with a 7-year prison sentence. But it not stop this, so let's move on. Provided that in the case of a man of 23 years of age or under, the presence of reasonable cause to believe that the girl was over the age of 16 years shall be a valid defense on the first occasion on which he is charged. with an offense under this section. So basically the law is saying, if a man 23 years and under have sex with a girl under the age of 16, but reasonably believe that the person who him did have sex with is over the age of 16, the law is saying that shall be a defense. So that is what the law says. And by now, I hope when I get it, say a man can't just come waive a birth certificate and allege that something happened 30 years ago. There are other legal requirements that you have to meet before you can reach the guilt. And that is why me say, my principled position, even if you don't want to say the birth certificate real, you don't have to go establish the circumstances under which these two individuals meet, the circumstances under which they have sex, and whether the individual knew that the person with them have sex with was under the age of 16. So this issue is not as black and white as some people want to paint it. Or I may almost miss a crucial part of the reason, because the law did specify first offense, which means if a person is charged for the same offense or a similar offense the second time around, it is going to be very difficult, while not impossible, it is going to be very difficult to use the same defense, so you never know. So let's move on to the law as it is today, because as I said before, some sections of the Offense Against a Persons Act were repealed, and section 50, when we just read, was one of those sections that was repealed. So since 2009, we now have what is called the Sexual Offences Act. So let's say a person want to make a case, say, okay, even though it happened back then, and the legal precedence usually is whatever period of time an incident is alleged to have happened, you use the law from them time there to determine guilt or innocence. But let's say some people want to stretch it to say, okay, we are going by today's standard. The new law treating with sexual offenses is called the Sexual Offences Act. And when this act came into being, sections of the Offense Against a Person Act, to include section 50, when we read a while ago, was repealed and was replaced by this law. Now, under the Sexual Offense Act, the section that deals specifically with the issue we are talking about is section 10. So let's read section 10 and see what it says. It says, subject to subsection 3, a person who has sexual intercourse with another person who is under the age of 16 years commit an offense. Any person who attempts to have sexual intercourse with any person under the age of 16 years commits an offense. Listen what subsection 3 of section 10 says. It is a defense for a person of 23 years of age or under who is charged for the first time with an offense under subsection 1 or 2 to show that he or she had reasonable cause to believe that the other person was off or over the age of 16 years. So even in the new legislation, it tell us, if you are charged with a first offense of having sex with a person under the age of 16, it is a defense if you can reasonably substantiate that when you had sex with this person, you reasonably believe that this person was 16 years or older. The law says that is a defense. While me have daughter, me have sons too. So even as a father, me have to balance. Not for who have issue with my statement when me say a man is innocent until proven guilty. Me have to be balanced because me have a family, me have sons, me have daughter, me have nieces, me have nephew, me have cousins, and me can find myself on either side of this equation. And that's why me have to take a principled position. A position when I go change with personality. So no matter who for name you call, my position will remain the same. Because me not reason from an emotional point of view. Me a reason from a point of view of common sense, and also me a reason from a point of view of what the law requires. And with that, I still say, Bounty Killer or anybody else, a man is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Peace.